Okay, a question about electricity and domestic appliances. So we have to explain these terms. Insulated wire for 1 mark, okay? An insulated wire is a wire covered in an insulator, such as plastic, okay? That's it, that'll get you the 1 mark. If you want to say a bit more, you could say so that the metal is not exposed. Okay? 5 amp fuse, 2 marks, okay? A 5 amp fuse is a thin piece of wire. Use the word thin for a fuse, okay? 5 amp fuse is a thin piece of wire designed to melt when a current greater than 5 amps flows through it. Therefore, or thereby, breaking the circuit, okay? Use the term breaking the circuit. Don't say it trips or anything like that, okay? Fuses, when they melt, they break the circuit. Good. Earthed. Okay. An appliance that is earthed means the metal case of the appliance, okay, such as your washing machine, right? The metal case is directly connected, or the metal case is connected to the earth wire, which is ultimately directly connected to earth. It just goes into the ground, okay? That might get you 2 marks. I think it probably will, okay? But again, always say a bit more if you can, because you never know exactly what particular words the examiners are looking for. So you could finish it off by saying, this means that should the metal case accidentally gain a voltage, then current will flow directly into the ground rather than through some poor chump touching the case. Okay. Double insulated. Okay. A double insulated appliance is one that has an insulator covering the case. So no metal is exposed, and it means it doesn't have to be earthed. Okay? That's it. So 1 mark for saying the case is covered in an insulator, 2nd mark for saying it doesn't have to be earthed. Okay, finally, we have to give 2 advantages of a circuit breaker. Well, let's just make sure you know what a circuit breaker is. If you look inside the circuit breaker box in your house, the domestic electricity supply, then you'll see lots of little switches, and these are circuit breakers. And what they do is they operate, well, they don't operate like a fuse. They ultimately achieve the same thing as a fuse, that they break the circuit if too much current flows, or current is flowing in the wrong place where it shouldn't be, okay? So, 2 advantages of a circuit breaker. They mean advantages over a fuse. Like, why are circuit breakers better than fuses? Well, first reason is that they can be reset, okay? So 1, they can be reset. If you look at your circuit breakers in your house, these little switches, if one of them trips, maybe the lights go out or your TV switches off or something, you just go to the circuit box and you flip the switch back up and the TV comes back on and you can watch Jeremy Kyle again. And that's nice. They don't melt like a fuse, okay? You don't have to replace them, you just flip the switch. And second advantage is that they respond very quickly if too much current flows, or if current is flowing in the wrong place where it shouldn't be. They break the circuit. Again, I know I said I use the phrase they respond quickly, but you shouldn't say that in your exam. Say they break the circuit. Okay. faster than a fuse. As soon as current starts flowing in the wrong place or too much current flows, they switch it off. They have very fast response time. Whereas, as you can imagine, a wire melting, it's not going to be instant. So if I don't know, hasn't been earthed when it should be and someone is touching it, okay, so it doesn't have an earth wire, and someone's touching it and getting fried, then maybe there's a fuse melting somewhere whilst he's getting fried. And that's going to take, I don't know how fast, but he's going to be getting fried whilst it melts, okay? But a circuit breaker, as soon as he starts getting cooked, the circuit breaker will switch off, and possibly it could be the difference between saving his life. Okay, right, there we go. Not a difficult question, I think. You've just got to know your stuff, just learn it, okay? Learn the material and regurgitate it and use sensible exam technique in the exam to get full marks. Always say a little bit more. If it's 2 marks, try and say 3 things. All standard stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drjem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.